As we said a few months ago, the things that about grasping, a man's life consists more in the abundance of things that he possesses, and that word possesses, grasp. A man's life consists more in the abundance of things he can hold on to. We told you in that message, the hand will come open when you die. When you die, and there's nothing you can hold on to any longer. So we live in a perpetual state of realizing that the old us is crucified in Christ. So start to let go of the stuff. This is part of casting all your cares upon Him, for He cares for you. But it's bigger than just a mental assent to, I'm going to let God take care of this. It's literally releasing the people in our lives from the things that they've done to us, from the things we think they owe us, and doing it because Jesus is showing you how to die like a man. Die the way mankind should die. Released. So that by releasing what He has, He can release His Spirit. The second one is John 19, 26, 27. When Jesus saw His mother and the disciple whom He loved standing by, He said to His mother, "Woman, behold your son." And He said to the disciple, "Behold your mother." And from that hour, that disciple took her to his own home. That leads me to this second thought. Provide for those you love. And I use this idea that in Hebrew culture, the patriarch held the responsibility of speaking blessing into the people that they left behind. In other words, it was the old man's job to lay his hands on his sons and his grandsons. And I don't just mean write them a check. I mean he opened his mouth and he spoke into their lives. He spoke positive. He spoke blessing. He spoke their future. Now, part of this we've lost because this isn't our cultural way. We also fight death. I've said this to you probably a lot, but we fight death so hard that we don't really allow people to die with blessings coming out of their mouth because we try to, well, you're not going to die, you're not going to die, don't talk like that. And then they're gone, and we missed a chance to let them say into us what was in their spirit. And in the biblical world, that was encouraged. You get a really good glimpse of that in Genesis 49, Genesis 50, where Jacob's dying. He brings all of his sons in front of him and he speaks into their lives. And I don't just mean he says, "Bless you." I mean, he speaks. Like he says, this is what God is saying. This is what God is going to do. Now, we don't really have that habit, but that doesn't matter. We still have the chance to speak into the lives of the people we care about. Provide for the ones that are yours and that they belong to you and you belong to them. Start now. Speak into your children and speak into your grandchildren. And to me, that last sentence is so valuable. Leave them more than money. I think we have this impression that the thing that is our greatest responsibility, this is a very successful Western world idea, by the way. The greatest responsibility that I have is to leave money for my kids, or leave money for my grandkids, or leave land, or leave inheritance, or leave a retirement fund. And hey, great. If you can leave a bunch, leave a bunch. It is not the greatest thing you have to leave behind, because it'll all flee and pass away. In fact, it might be the greatest source of fighting of anything that you can leave behind to your kids and your grandkids is who's going to get what. What we can leave behind is the value of what we put into our kids, what we put into our grandkids, and not just our family, but the people that matter to us, the people that matter, that make a difference in who we are.